guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So, we have the Dokkan Festival event teasers. We have one right here for Gamma 1, and then we also have one for Gamma 2, right? New Super Battle event announcement. So, what this means is that both Gamma 1 and 2 are going to have Dokkan events, right? Now, I guess it's not 100% confirmed in stone for sure. There's one more thing I should have pulled up. It's not completely set in stone that these guys are Dokkan Fest exclusives, although I do think both Gamma 1 and 2 are going to be Dokkan Fest exclusives, but we can't know for sure. Several times in the past, we've had characters released that are not Dokkan Festival exclusive characters, but do have Dokkan events. Now, the most recent ones were the hero characters, God Trunks and Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. I think, it's obvious that we could sort of count them as something different, right, since they're those collab heroes characters. The last time Dokkan did this, I believe, was at the end of 2017. On LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku's banner, AGL Tapion was featured, and he got a Dokkan event, despite the fact that he was not a Dokkan Festival exclusive character. Then in that same year, Mass Saiyan also. Remember, Mass Saiyan was on the banner along with Tech Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku for Saiyan Day that year. Mass Saiyan did have a Dokkan event, but he is not a Dokkan Festival exclusive, right? He's just a, sort of like banner character that you can pull. So I don't think that they're going to do this again, is my point, right? March of 2017 and then December of 2017 is the last time they dropped characters that are not Dokkan Festival exclusives, right? The thing about Gamma 1 and 2, you could potentially say that these guys are not the most hype ever, right? Like, oh my god, or something like it's Super Saiyan 3 Goku or, Broly or something like that. But these are fresh characters, right? Like, this is actual new content in the Dragon Ball franchise, essentially, for the first time since 2018, right? With the Broly movie. So, it's like, they easily, I think, when we're talking about, like, new characters coming in, like, yeah, just hand out Dokkan Fests and stuff like that like candy. Like, it's exciting. Like, do we want to give Gamma 1 and 2 the Dokkan Festival exclusive, like, tag and event? Or is it, all right, let's just do our 80th Majin Vegeta, right? Like, I like this. I think this is fine. Now, what I'm thinking we're going to have happen here, I bet they will be on the same banner. I think it's going to be like this. This is the last time. This banner is insane. This is actually insane. This banner right here. This is the last time we had two new Dokkan Fest exclusives on the same banner, right? I just really can't stress again how good this banner is. You had this Trunks, Merge Zamasu, and then Vegeta. This was Vegito Blue's return, right? This is him returning for the first time. It's like a month after release. This is crazy. This trio on this banner is so nuts. Now, the rest of the featured units, we have 80 other, like, sort of like very mid Trunks units that were put on this banner. But these three were crazy. I would expect Gamma 1 and 2 will both be on the same banner, right? So it'll probably be two Dokkan Festival exclusives, maybe no banner unit. Hopefully they do have a banner unit as well. Who could it be? Piccolo? Would they give Piccolo Power Awakening a Dokkan Fest exclusive? They could. That's the same thing. Like, I feel like they could give him one. Of course, Orange Piccolo is going to be a Dokkan Fest. Of course, Beast Gohan is going to be a Dokkan Fest. But I think Piccolo Power Awakening, that's a sort of like ultimate form, is like yellowish form. And then Ultimate Gohan from the movie, I think also could get Dokkan Fest at some point. So, yeah, who could the banner unit be? I don't know. Would they drop a Pan banner unit? It's possible. But I think we will see both Gamma 1 and 2 on the banner, and then Int Majin Vegeta should be on there as well. It makes sense, because he came out at the same time on both Global and JP Dokkan for Saiyan Day, and JP very mysteriously just skipped over him, right, for the Dokkan Fest Kid Goku banner. So it makes a ton of sense if they did that, and he's just going to return at the exact same time on both Global and JP, right? Now the timing should be the same for Gamma 1 and 2 here. So we're getting their Dokkan event teasers. Exactly 24 hours we should see all their animations, their kits, the full breakdown, all that. Then later on the 18th, about 10 p.m. Eastern, right, would be the whatchamacallit, the thing, the data download, right? And then, of course, they will release on the 20th at about 4 a.m. Is when we're going to see Gamma 1 and 2 actually release in game. Now, this was sort of like leaked. We were able to find out ahead of time that on the 27th is when these guys are going to come out on Global. I don't really know why Dokkan did this, where they're like, all right, Global, we gotta drop the Fasha and Chilai banner right now. We gotta do it, right? And then Gamma 1 and 2 are just a week after JP. It's weird. The other thing that doesn't make sense, too, is that they literally made a producer's letter, a teaser, saying Gamma 1 and 2 are coming into the game. And then they dropped that double rates banner with carnival coins. Like, people are going to summon on that. I would imagine people are going to want to summon on Gamma 1 and 2. These two are probably going to be really good. To me, it's much more likely that they're like Kid Goku or Ginyu level than like, I don't know, the Resurrection F Blue level. Who's the worst two, besides, again, always when I'm talking about this, besides Raditz. Raditz, I really want to stress to y'all, is a 1 in a million anomaly. Just a complete, Raditz is actually an outlier that you could just, like, pretend doesn't exist, right? Besides Raditz, of course, the worst unit ever released, who's, like, the worst 200% lead that they dropped this year? It's probably the Resurrection F Blues. Like, of all the Dokkan Festival exclusives, right? Like, I'm definitely Majin, Vegeta, EGL Cell, Goku and Gohan, right? Like, Pan. I'm taking all these characters over the Resurrection F Blues. I think it's much more likely that Gamma 1 and 2 will be, again, Kid Goku or Ginyu level than Resurrection F Blue level, is what I'm thinking. Especially coming from the movie, right? I think these units' animations are going to be crisp. They're going to be tight. They're going to look good as hell. I think their kits are going to be strong. I think they potentially could have good leader skills. One thing I'm going to be very interested to see, are they going to have different leader skills, right? So, like, thinking about some of the categories they're on, right? Like, for sure, they'll be on androids. They'll be on artificial life form. They'll be on special pose. They'll be on defenders. They have to be on defenders of justice, right? Like, if we look in this right here, like, Gamma 1's a calm and composed superhero appears. Challenge, like, your strong convictions of justice, right? What about Gamma 2? Fearless superhero arrives, right? Like, justice, superhero. Like, for sure, these characters are on Defenders of Justice. So, maybe, like, I do hope that they're both at least a double 170% to 2 categories, and then, of course, to 200%. But this would be good because, some of this stuff like Defenders of Justice, Special Pose, Artificial Lifeform, Androids, none of these categories have anything at all, right? I don't think I could really come up with a good, like, guess to what their leader skill could be. Remember that Gamma 1 and 2, they vaguely could be on a lot of other stuff too, like Accelerated Battle, right? Potentially they could be on Battle of Fate, although the Battle of Fate portion of Dragon Ball Superhero will be the Cell Max fight. Again, we know that Cell Max is on Battle of Fate. In the game's data, we could see that. So that means that the all the characters, Beast Gohan, like that fight Cell Max, they will be on Battle of Fate. But it's really tough to guess what Gamma 1 and 2's leader skill is going to be, and if they're going to have the same leader skill, if they're going to have different leader skills, right? A little bit hard to guess. I'm usually not the best with that. Oh, the other category they for sure will have is movie heroes too. Gamma 1 and 2 are not going to be on movie bosses. That will be Cell Max, is obviously the movie boss of Superhero. And I do think that both Gamma 1 and 2, they're going to be super class characters, right? Again, on Movie Heroes and Defender of Justice. Defender of Justice doesn't have any villain characters on it. Now, Movie Hero, actually, isn't there a Vegeta that's a villain? Like the SR Vegeta that has big bad bosses? Is he a superclass unit? Or is he is a superclass unit. Yeah. It's so weird. This superclass base form Vegeta with big bad bosses. Come on, man. Come on. Please. I love that so much. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of Gamma 1 and 2 coming in. I'm pretty excited, right? Now the superhero stuff is starting, right? Like, this is dropping, right? You know, could we see, like, again, like an Ultimate Gohan and Power Awakening Piccolo, like, you know, dual Dokkan Fest, or a banner with 2 Dokkan Fests coming up soon, right? Like, the end of this year could be really hype. And the schedule is going to start to look really weird potentially too, but that's because they're doing fresh stuff. Remember, you know, Dokkan sort of settles into this schedule where we can predict where shit's going to drop and stuff like that. But like when the anime returns and when new Dragon Ball content is coming out, we're not going to be able to predict this stuff anymore because they're going to be, you know, dropping these hype releases to coincide with the new stuff going on. So we do want to keep that in mind, right? So let me know what you guys think of Gamma 1 and 2's Dokkan events announced tomorrow night. 24 hours, we will see their details. Very excited for that. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.